one side of Mini Bastion, getting some minis. We have these got a silence pistol. You see the shield getting boosted up, the turrets getting tossed down. That's at least going to give them information if they cross any one of those paths. Moneymaker cuts off the launch pad, doesn't let them go anywhere. Shots are being fired in from multiple angles, and Moneymaker strikes first. Even with the shield turret, doing so much damage, he's able to do what he can, but it's blocked off. They went for it again. J-Mob getting trapped. Moneymaker comes out on top.
200 IQ play replaced the phones preemptively. The moment that Moneymaker saw make that initial escape, he was like, it's not happening again. Just a beautiful cutoff. That leaves the two easy eliminations there. I mean, when a duo self-isolates, well, what else are you really left to do? And I'm Moneymaker and making the most of that opportunity.
You see Suns and Anon changing it up yet again. Said enough flying past Genjutsu. We're ready to take it over as their own. For FKS and Adapter, they have a little bit of elevation. Things are working out just as they planned up until this point. Moving for a loop toward the top, even finding the sharp tooth, breaking through the walls, possibly trying to cut off their path, so that way, even if they do try to escape, there's nowhere to go. They see each other. Suns repositions. Anon does not though. He gets caught off guard. He's trying to draw them in. The turret there to spot him out. At least his position is going to be known. Suns doing what he can. Trying to burst through those builds, but Adapter there for the bait and switch. He gets caught out as well. These turrets are giving so much information, but just not enough. Both Suns and Anon go down again.
It just looked so awkward for Suns and Anon. Suns especially seemed as though he hit that moment of hesitation for whether or not he should actually try to challenge up on that balcony. But hey, as far as Genjutsu Crossing is concerned, that's not going to go Oshi's way in the slightest here. Opposite side of the map though, at Singlet Suites, Peterbot and Vila recognizing the fact that they're under a little bit of pressure from that mountain just north of Mini Bastion. And again, for Peterbot and Vila, you have to consider Peterbot's been talking all week. Top 25, that's the easiest thing in the world. We're here in the lower bracket, and it's not looking that easy to actually be in the top 25.
Yeah, they've already pushed that one team off, trying to get Singlet Suites as their own. The fight that we saw on that last time goes a whole different way. Chris Noxie able to take down P8sin, leaving Kitos by himself. And if this has any indication, any sort of resemblance toward that last game, it's no worries. Kitos is as strong as can be. He already picked up a second place by himself. And since it's so early on in the game, there's so much opportunity for him to go back, get that reboot card, get his teammate back up. It's already happened countless times on the day so far.
But also, as far as Kitos and PXN are concerned, they've built themselves a pretty surmountable amount of points here. Heading into game number 3, they had 138, are leading in that second place position on the leaderboard. Have to consider them relatively safe as far as their spot in that top 25 is concerned. So maybe not as much pressure there onto Kitos as far as whether or not he'll be able to get that reboot off onto P8sin. For a team like Oxy and Chris, that's just another 4 points to get them that much closer.
Yeah, yesterday we saw 25th qualify with 91 points. Can't say that's going to be exact here today, but at least they have some sort of goal to achieve. Anything is definitely possible. And you saw to start the game off that it was both Wixie and Curb on the other side, putting some shots down over towards Singlet Suites. And now the tables have turned. They try to get aggressive, but it's the angles from both Cheatin and Pixie. The game number 2 winners that are trying to chop them down to size. Pixie trying to go in, but he gets pressured as well. Everything comes to a standstill momentarily, waiting for somebody to make the big move to hopefully inside this step. They're separated. This might be a saving grace for both Kirby and Wixie because they're two players that are two different regions as the shot gets fired off. He's ready to finish this fight. Breaks into the box and takes down Cheatin. This is what we came to see. A duo from two different regions coming together to make one. Another shot, that backs Wixie down.
Wixie, though, will finally get knocked. Siphon going to be immediately taken there by Pixie. Kirby, though, with another massive shot off that sharp tooth. Huge pressure inside the box. Pixie down to 1 HP. Kirby low enough as well. He actually thinks better of the immediate push in. Whoever comes resources taking him so far, and Kirby just unable to build up right away. He knows that he only has a limited amount of time to work with here before his opposition starts trying to close it himself.
You see him taking his time. Try to pick some augments, see if anything helps him in this exchange.
Relatively even though.
Yeah. And actually, no. Curb had, even though, yeah, so they're relatively even health-wise, but Kirby at the bottom has the materials. He has the extra heals. So if he wants to try to build up to take this, train Pixie dry in terms of materials, that could be good. You see over towards the right side, Sanguine Sweets. That's Peter Buck and Bylon. If they look on over, see this action going down, that's a possible third-party opportunity for them. Maybe even 2 eliminations. So they have to be careful which way they travel across this mountain. But just like Kirby is going to be the first one to try to disengage, got the regional card, and try to stay alive so that way he can get his teammate back in the game. Because we talked about strength in numbers is huge in an event like this.
Pretty decent tag there from Pixie, but it is going to give Kirby a decent indicator as to how far up Pixie actually is. Kirby seemingly trying to farm out even more resources. It's clear that Kirby would like to go for the disengage, probably recognizing the fact that that pressure from Sanguine Sweets might come sooner rather than later, but we're talking about pressure here. Freaky Compound, Sword, and Skits, they're dealing with a good chunk of aggression out of Raru and Greedy.
See, it's pausing for a moment, rightfully so. He said slap dab in the middle of Creaky. There's so many teams around them, even more pushing in. They are on the edge of zone, so you have to be very, very careful. And I think they know that, and that's why things have come to a halt. If they make that wrong move, it might not be even the original opponents that were fighting that does the front force of that damage. And it continues to kind of push towards the east this time around, but instead of the north, it has a southern lean when it comes to the zone. So they realize their journey does not here. They want to get as close to it as possible. And sometimes in this game, Taco, you have to wait for opponents to be in rotation before you can try to escape yourself.
As far as rotations are concerned, though, for Pixie, it seems as though he's willing to take his time here on that mountain just north of Brutal Bastion. The problem at this point, though, Jacob, definitely starts to become just how much really worth investing here. Because it seems as though Kirby is definitely cool with just letting this go through and just entirely. But I guess we do have listening to get more insight as to how the players are really thinking.
Maybe we can see the video. I'm down. Shall I come down, get the size?
Yeah.
What's that? Come. What? This is all like, oh, maybe. Boy, you can't play on it.
Yeah, I'm on you. Go for my set. Practice.
That?
Nice, bro. Better?
Nice find by both Pink and Vico to take down one. And that's the team. When they went down in Game 5 yesterday, they were in 24th place. They were forced to watch every team that got into that top 25 pass them and send them down to the lower bracket. King and Phaser, they're trying to have a second chance at life. Skits and Sora is another one. Yesterday definitely wasn't their day. Today is a whole new chapter in their story. This is one that I'm excited to see finish, but they're still stuck around both Greedy and Marlon. Neither team really able to rotate just yet. And I think when push comes to shove, I think Greedy does have that rocket ram to try to get out of a tight spot. But if Robert doesn't have one himself, that could be possibly why they're waiting for the moment that the players above them try to rotate first. So everybody in this position is going to have to rotate because we get another far pool to the east side. So this is going to be huge.
At the same time, though, you can tell that Skits and Sword, if they want a piece of the action, if they can make it happen, they know that their surge strategy has definitely been difficult to come by. So 1 or 2 eliminations right now will put them in an excellent position to just prioritize positioning. Rotations can just be so make or break at this stage of the game, especially when you factor in there are going to be teams throughout the match looking to acquire. Those forecast towers have been such a huge help as well.
You saw that stat that popped up first in 25th, the exact same amount of points through these 2 matches as they were yesterday. And if that continues, you got to look at that threshold from when they qualified 5th yesterday in the upper bracket, had 91 points. So that's the threshold they're looking to come close to, even past to give themselves the best chance to reach our global championship final. First place is $1 million split between two. That's more than enough money, even I know what to do with it.
Well, depends on who you're asking.
True, I might just buy food, $1 million worth of food.
That's how I see Coach one, yeah.
Now I see Chris trying to rotate Aiden and basket, trying to make up for that last game. At least they have the Rift Island underneath their belt from game 1, giving them a 15-point boost. Just have to try to continue that pace. They've done more than enough work in the first half.
Sometimes it really feels like nobody wants to be the first person to shoot. When you can tell that there are so many other teams surrounding you, the moment that you sound out shots, it just draws so much unwanted attention.